Basic. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ice and Bean Podcast. You're here with your constant co-hosts, Matty J, Drake G, and Colton D, and it is the
Pumpkin Spice Latte Extravaganza!
Woo! Earphone warning. Sorry about that.
Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah, that's where you put them.
No warnings.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Earphone warning.
Sorry, Lisa.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Lisa, sorry.
Sorry, man.
All right, early shout out. Thank you, Lisa. You baked for us. We love you.
Thank
They're on
you.
the counter.
Oh,
Big
should
fan.
we just
Do you want to bring them onto
Should
the table?
we-
The lid's off.
should
them,
we
Yeah, I see that.
show everybody the treats
I mean, yeah, may as well.
provided
Yeah.
and then sample them before we begin the process of elimination?
They may still be
Also, you explain.
they may still be a little bit frozen. She told me to take them out a little bit before, but I forgot to.
That's okay.
But like, I don't think a frozen Nanaimo square is gonna be bad.
Tell them about it.
It's a pumpkin spice Kahlua infused cream Nanaimo bar
Oh,
square, whatever you want to call
baby.
it, and they're really good.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes, that's for the Nanaimo bars. Yeah,
Sorry, Lisa.
it's not your fault.
I'm gonna only like this a little bit because of the texture. Rip.
Rest in pepperonskis. Should we go for it?
Can I just take
Yeah,
a
I think we
nibble
do.
off of
And-
someone else's?
No, you have to sample it and
Bruh,
eat it all
I don't
because
like it.
Lisa, our one
I don't
fan.
like Nanaimo bars. I don't give a frig who.
I don't
Oh, that was-
fuck with it. You just almost lost our only one fan. You know what?
don't give a
I'm gonna
frig.
eat the shit out of this because I love Nanaimo bars and
watch.
it's gonna be good.
All right, Lisa. For you, I'll eat a whole one in one bite. Why not? I'm gonna wash it down with 6 drinks anyway, so it's not like it's gonna matter.
They're incredibly rich. I don't think you want to eat one in one bite.
Oh. What's up, Lisa? Oh, baby. Just try it. No, not one bite. No, don't go one bite. You'll hate yourself.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Those are really good. Maybe this should be the After Dark episode. Oh, God. We derailed so quickly.
We started the show with our intro, and then the next thing you hear is Matt going, Imagine driving in a car listening to this on Spotify and just being like, what did I download? These are good.
It's pretty good.
Thank you, Lisa.
That was really good. Well, how's the how was your week, guys?
I'll wash my hands.
Drake, how was your week?
My week was really good. Stellar week.
Big
Ha-
stellar week.
Had a birth.
Oh, you had a birthday.
I had a birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm a whole 25 years
I'm
old
aware
now.
of your birth.
Thank you. Yeah, 25.
We're
Crazy.
going to celebrate at some point.
Yeah.
But we haven't decided when.
No, but we will figure it out. It's probably going to be a conglomerate birthday because mine and Channing's were the same day and Rissa's was not too far ago. So
Yep.
may as well have a big old shindig.
To root at. A shindig. We got to dig some shins.
Yep.
Did you
Also,
get anything good for the B-Day?
well, I got the bike I talked
the
about forever
bike.
ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also got some new clothing. And I got the newest edition of the Marvel Encyclopedia from my dad
That's dope.
because I bought the first edition for him a
Shout
couple
out.
of years back.
Shout out Jurgen.
I can't wait
Cool
to get
guy.
into it. There's so much information. And he also got me a bottle from Stillfire Distillery down in the Keel. A bottle of, and I need to figure out if there's an actual word for it, but it's distilled mead.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite
Have you
tasty.
had it yet?
I took a little sip of it when I got it. It's punchy, but it's
punchy.
tasty.
Nice.
Really, really tasty.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
And our dad's D&D weekend was this past weekend as well, and
So
that was a great
you went
time.
up and you crushed it.
Absolutely.
Tell me about your character.
So trying to think about. So our Friday into Saturday campaign. I have a monk.
Sorry. There was a hair in mine, and that's what I was looking at.
Just a little pet present from Starbucks.
Yeah, treats.
Yeah. Some extra added protein. Sorry, tell me about your character.
Yeah, so first campaign I have a monk. And in second edition, if once you reach 12th level, like beyond that, there's only one monk at every following level.
Oh.
So in order to become
Oh.
a 13th level monk, you have to fight that monk and beat them, not to the death, but
Right.
into submission
That makes sense.
to take their place and also get the level up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're basically the Hashira
Kind of.
in a little bit of a weird way,
Yeah.
without
So-
the killing of the other demon slayer.
We throw in so many anime quotes now.
I mean,
that
people get it. People get it. You think that they
You
don't
think
get
Lisa watches anime?
it? Lisa,
She's
shout
watched
out. These
some.
Nanaimo squares.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Also,
Lisa, let's watch anime together.
here's the thing. People get that shit. You don't realize how many people just like casually watch Demon Slayer.
But yeah, so it's kind of neat how they do that because you reach 12th level and there's 113, 114, 115, 116, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
You have to
it's
fight
cool.
them.
But also, my character has
amazing.
an acolyte whose name is Patsy,
Patsy the Acolyte.
who was a level 0 character in a 12th level character
Oh,
campaign.
Okay. Is she dead?
He died a lot.
Oh, he.
He died a lot.
Okay.
But traveling with high level people means that he can be brought back to life, but he died more times than anybody in that campaign ever has. And we're talking characters that have been around for decades.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
So that was fun. But he's level 4 now because sometimes he hits one thing, and because they're such high level creatures, he
Right.
gets a buttload of experience.
Right.
And he's just like,
Catching him up quick.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's nice. That's dope.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then Saturday into Sundays, I have a character that's based off of one of the characters in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah. Axel
Mhm.
from Organization 13.
That's pretty cool.
Uses the same weapons, but not as anime as his weapons. Chakram, but not the crazy ones that he has, because they were like, no, you can't have that. And I was like, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fair. I mean, I love D&D. Our D&D weekend was insane. Hashtag 10 out of 10 would recommend. I got to meet Twisted Fate. He was a pretty cool guy. I got a gold card from him. He was like, bro, if you need me, throw this card. And I was like, hell yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Just kind of, like facing for the party, talking to people, calling some shit out. And he's like, bro, gold card.
Done.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I hope we can get, even if it's just like a one night short session in, but it's going to be hard to try to get everybody together to do that because
Yeah,
I don't want
we'll have to sacrifice. Sorry, those of you who don't make the cut. But it could be me. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think
Thanks, sir.
so. Well, yeah, he actually might.
Yeah, I think
Um,
between him, Lauren, and Kayla are probably the hardest ones to organize.
yeah. Well, I mean that's all right. How was your week?
Yeah.
Did you ball on?
It
Did you
was
hoop on
good.
any kids or?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. We got a real situation going on here with all these drinks.
Do we? I know
I've
you're
started drinking,
you're
and
having a
I'm
hard
like,
time,
I'm going to die.
You're having a hard time.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to go. It's-
You're already wired. I can tell.
Today is, I never get wired from caffeine, but it's going to make my stomach do some things that I don't want it to do.
Yeah, true that.
I'm going to be,
Yep. We all know. You don't have to tell.
I
the
have a
listeners.
needle, baby.
Yeah, and
Week was good.
you hooped on kids?
Hooped on kids. Hooped on, actually, I'm always the youngest person there.
Oh, really?
Actually, that's not true. There was like a 17-year-old there this time. Ridiculous.
Just
like
great.
like most well-polished basketball player I've ever seen.
Like
Now,
getting a
keep in
scholarship
mind-
to play in the States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At like 16.
Right.
And he's like 5'6".
Yeah, I sent you that TikTok of the dude who dusted these, like Thanos snapped these guys' ankles
Yeah,
away.
it's Lonzo Ball.
Oh.
He was picked up first overall to the NBA 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't watch any
It's
of this
kind
shit,
of
but
a
that guy
bust.
is like
He's kind of a bust now, but I watched him all through high school, which is
Yeah.
where you sent that clip from
right. Yeah.
when he was in high school.
Do you think he'll make a comeback? You said he's a
get
bust?
better?
Yeah.
A bust in the NBA is typically a bust.
It's typically
like
good game.
coming out of university, he
contracts?
was really, really, really good, and then when he entered the league, he was immediately not great.
Right.
And he's becoming a really good role player now. Like he's kind of coming into his own. So he's not a bust, but he's not
Right.
like he was hyped up to be one of the best players in the NBA ever.
Right. Yeah.
And he ended up being an average at best kind of guy.
Ah.
So, but
You know,
If you're-
average is not that bad.
there's literally a show. I forget what it's called, but Brian Scalabrine was like a meme player in the NBA. He played in the NBA for 11 years
Right.
and scored like 700 points.
Okay.
Just to give you an example, last year's point leader scored like 3,000 in 1 year, not 11 years of a career.
Gotcha.
Brian Scalabrine made a show where he played above average level players, and he's like 44 and retired and like fat at this point. And he would play like D1 athletes or like top tier university students and beat them 11-0. So a really bad NBA player is still 10 times better than the best basketball player you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
So dudes who are busts in the NBA could go over to like the China Professional League, which is kind of like the move they usually do if they're bad at the NBA, because you can still get paid like a couple $1,000,000 a year to play over there.
Yeah.
They'll average like 50 points a game.
Gross.
Like they'll come in the NBA and average 0.4 points a game and go over to China and average 50.
So it's just not the same level of competition.
Nothing is, because the NBA is just the whole world's like top 400 players like ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily realize that there was that much of a skill discrepancy between the Chinese league and then
There's
the
no
NBA.
The only league that's comparable, I think, is the European League, and the only reason that I say that is because there's like 2 players that came out of it in recent years, like overall, and they're like the best players in the league.
Right.
Like Luka Doncic came out, and in like 3 years, he's like the number 3 best player in the whole league by some people's opinions.
Right.
And that's just because of where he came from,
Right.
because they play hard over there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The discrepancy between pro players in any activity in the world and like regular day people is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you think you're really good at something and then you see a pro player do it and they casually do like your best play, like without even thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of insane how some people are just so good at certain things.
Yeah.
And it's everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you translate that to League of Legends and like such a huge discrepancy.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
He could lane against Faker, but the Faker team's got the advantage because of Faker.
Yep.
It just is what it is.
Yep.
And so I guess it's the same but sort of opposite in terms of positional. But yeah, it's wild that there's so much skill discrepancy in different regions. I argued once that you know, like population in like the major regions, because you're like there are places with more populace, which like I think naturally gives you more opportunity to just magically breed a goat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why like
versus
divisions exist,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. And like, I don't know. I think it's crazy. There are a lot of goats in a lot of different places.
Yeah, it's just your base percentage chance immediately goes up by having more people possibly able to become that next level.
But that's why it's fun to see like an underdog, like hype train, like really good player or something in some form of activity just come out of like a small town or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Like my hometown, it has 3,000 people population. This year we had an Olympian. Let's go, baby. I took her to prom in grade 11.
That's your only claim to fame.
That's my flex.
You're going to die.
We didn't even kiss.
Written on your tombstone?
We didn't even kiss.
I took an Olympian to prom in grade 11.
We look good.
Cool town. Cool town.
How was your week, Matt?
How was my week? Well, I've been pretty sick. Still recovering. Yeah. It's the asthma now. Like it always gets worse. And then I have a cough for like literally 6 months. So that'll be me. I did get a new inhaler, which has been really helping. But yeah, I don't know. Frisbee is stopped, Big Sag. So there really isn't a whole lot of like physical activity going on in my existence, which I'm really sad about, but I might go back to Taekwondo.
Right on. Cool.
Yep. I have a few belts kicking around from a few different. What are you laughing at me like that?
So many things went through my mind when you said a few belts kicking around. I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
I just literally
No, you're
pictured you
done.
walking through a room kicking belts out of the way, like just leather belts, and you're like, yeah, I'm a professional Taekwondo.
I'm not professional at all. I got a green belt.
Kicking. How high up is green belt? I don't know.
Yeah.
White, yellow, orange, green, blue, red, black.
Every practice has different rotation, I think. Yeah.
Yep. It's respectable.
What is Taekwondo? What does it mainly consist of? Striking?
Kicking.
Kicking?
Yeah, big kicking. A little bit of punching, but like if you watch like the Olympians play, they're just like kicking people in the face.
Oh, is that? Do you gain points by kicking but not by knocking out in Taekwondo in the Olympics?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
That's like the hardest thing ever to score.
You saw them with with their red helmets on, and like there's a red button and a couple blues on the side. Like that's
you get like points for head kicks and chest kicks and stuff like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's how they score points like that. So it's not really like a MMA focused. Like a lot of like there are some people out there who will like throw Taekwondo style kicks. Like Joe Rogan is an example. Like his side kicks that he throws.
A lot of people do. Like
so like
George
for
St. Pierre
kicking,
and stuff too,
for kicking, like Taekwondo is an area that a lot of people will focus in on for their MMA. But like,
have you seen that video of Joe Rogan throwing his sidekick at that heavy bag?
Oh yeah, God, it's unbelievable. It sounds like
imagine
a gunshot.
Getting hit by
I wouldn't want to.
Imagine
I would
open
run away.
ribs getting hit by that. You'd be dead.
You'd break some ribs.
You'd die.
Easily. Yeah.
You would puncture a lung.
Yeah, it'd be GG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's scary. Like
Yeah.
when you have like the best UFC fighter ever, George St. Pierre, just staring at you and he's like, that's a really good sidekick. Like he's like admiring it.
Yeah.
You know you can kill someone with your kick.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Well, that kick goes down in the history books as one of the best kicks.
I'll show you after because I'm assuming you haven't seen.
Yeah, it's truly wild. Truly wild.
I do. I would remind me because
Yeah,
I want you to
absolutely
see it.
will.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. But yeah, I might get back into that. Like we used to train at a shop called Grasshoppers in Halifax, and it was just so OG. Like I was checking out the website and creeping some people on Facebook, and like Master Power, he proposed to his wife with the demo team. And everybody was there, and I was there when I was a kid, and I just remember the whole process of him preparing and his wife not knowing, and then it was so crazy, and then to come back and see videos of that and some people's feeds was like really holistic, and I was like, I'm going back. But I just need exercise and stretching in my life, and I need, you pay a monthly fee, and you go back, you can do Mondays and Wednesdays, I think, which really fits well into my schedule for childcare, so I might literally go back.
The Ice and Bead podcast does yoga.
The S&P podcast does not do yoga.
We make our own videos on YouTube of yoga tutorials where we're like barely able to do anything at all.
Hey everybody, this is the Ice and Beam podcast doing yoga. I don't think we'd have many followers.
On today's episode, we're going to do 30 minutes of breathing techniques because we can't bend our bodies.
No.
Namaste.
I can touch my toes now.
Just don't show the knees. Don't show the knees.
Nope.
Don't show them.
No knees.
What is...
No knees. No knees. Anyway, so it's the pumpkin cream, it's the pumpkin spice, it's the pumpkin stuff.
Showdown,
Showcase,
extravaganza,
it's the
showdown
party, special.
We thought we would each we would put our snobbery to the side today.
We really went...
We thought we would put our snobbery to the side, and we would just get our favorite pumpkin spice beverages. Indeedy.
It's like in Smash Bros. When a new challenger has appeared.
Yeah. That's exactly what this is.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, me too.
This is going to be a lot.
Here's what I'm going to say. We got a traditional pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
It was beans.
Because they really did it well the first time, and then everybody hopped on the bandwagon. So we bought one for a base level comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a try.
I already chugged mine.
Oh, well.
Ripper. I think everything's going to place above it for me, though.
Yeah.
It has a nostalgia factor to it.
Okay.
Like
I never did the pumpkin spice thing as a child, so this is really my first ever pumpkin spice latte.
I only started doing the pumpkin spice thing when I was like late teenager. so I really wasn't on it a
Do
whole
you
lot.
get? So I get
A
like.
flourishing white girl,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah, it was.
I think we literally have Instagram pictures of us with Lush bags and Starbucks
Yeah,
from high school.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you get when you drink that? Do you? And now it's a little bit cooler. Do you get like a little eggnog?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The spices bring out that kind of.
Yeah. I used to go to Starbucks and get chai eggnogs at Christmas time. That for our Christmas extravaganza.
I can't wait for that.
I'm bringing a chai eggnog. I'm bringing a chag.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's gonna be gross. I don't know for this. Like, look, I'm not in love with it.
I will get one every fall season just because I like the nostalgia of it, but it's not a drink that I'm like, I need this every day of my life from September to December.
Yeah,
And technically, actually, the rest of the year because PSL has just become a thing that's basically available all year round.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I
just
didn't know that.
it's just the cold brew that's seasonal now.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. To me, it should be the other way around.
yeah, that's fair.
You want the cold brew in the summer. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna deviate away from our normal programming and just give some rankings, specifically just on flavor, for these beverages. And the best beverage, we will crown the winner of the pumpkin spice extravaganza. It's not going to be that.
If you guys place that last, you're lying to yourself.
I'm willing to try it. Like Showcase Showdown. Throw everything you got on the table. Let's see where we land.
You will like it.
Here's the thing: you can't sip that through a straw. You need to put your straw in here because the whole premise of this drink is that there is cold foam that you sip the drink through.
That also has flavor.
That also has a different flavor.
Yeah, you'd have a completely different drinking experience by
Sipping from the bottom.
Yeah.
Sipping from the bottom. Now we're here.
you don't want to do that.
No.
Would not recommend.
I'm already dying.
So shall we talk about the Beveraginos
Yeah.
that we are bringing
Absolutely.
to the table
Absolutely.
as a ranking? So the PSL not a part of the actual showdown.
No, let's give it a ranking.
Yeah,
though.
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
going to give it a 7.
7. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yep. It's 6.5.
Okay.
6.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah.
Now, so should we write down our scores for our Beveraginos?
Yeah, I can
for
get
our
some
final Bevo?
sticky notes.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll do
Let's
that.
do it. So, for me, I am a pumpkin cream cold brew whore. I have a pen, Drake. If you want to use it.
I'm just thinking, are we doing one pen, like one score? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just write it down.
I understand.
Yep. I brought the pen for that. Forgot the sticky notes, but thank you for having the sticky notes. So, I am a pumpkin cream cold brew whore. Is the short answer. I drink them as frequently as possible, and I just love them so much. What did you bring, Drake, to the table today? Because yours is the only, I think, off-standard Beveragino.
It is. I went to a local spot that I quite enjoy called Uncommon Grounds. And it is the
Nope,
Uncommon
that's
Grounds.
mine.
Okay.
You already drank yours.
Rip.
You got to slow your roll.
I'm going to die.
I don't know why you're chugging them.
I had a whole large ice cap before this episode, like right
Stop.
before, directly
I
before.
don't
better
know
s-
why you're trying to speed round it.
I'm not trying to speed round it.
What
I
is-
just
so
want to die.
you went to Uncommon Grounds.
It's the Uncommon Grounds pumpkin spice latte.
Okay.
So hot versions for the two of us. Colton's is already gone
Yay.
somehow. It was an iced version of that.
It was
right.
good.
Yeah.
Should we ask Colton what he brought?
What I brought, pumpkin spice ice cap. There you go. If that wasn't predictable from day one, I don't know what is. So
A pumpkin spice ice cap.
yeah,
How do we want to do the tabulation for the sticky notes?
Total overall score, just put like a Matt, a D,
Just-
Yep.
an M, a D, and a C,
Yep.
and then lines
Oh, I see.
down.
Yeah.
I'm last.
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, that's how we announce ourselves. Maddie J, Drake G. And
I know.
Colton
I've
V.
always been offended.
Yeah, perfect. Well, that's great. You can
Yeah,
be offended. I
that's
actually
the
don't
goal.
give a sweet toot.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I do give a toot about you. And you just really love this
this is
beverage.
very sweet. Yeah, I
really-
do. It's very good. I like ice caps. I actually like regular ice caps more than this, but it's a pumpkin spice episode, so bring this
All
to
right.
the table.
Well, since you drank this first,
Yes,
why don't we hit Uncommon Grounds
go
first?
hard. So what was the one that I drank, Drake?
This is a
Again?
pumpkin spice latte from Uncommon
And
Grounds.
mine was just a cold version.
It was a cold version of the hot beverage that I'm about to drink.
Okay.
Oh. I'm actually really impressed by that. That's better than Starbucks.
Yeah. It actually kind of tastes like pumpkin.
Yeah, in like a good way.
Yeah.
In like a not overpowering, still has some coffee essence way.
Yep.
That pumpkin spice latte was just like,
Sugar.
it was sugar. And it felt like they took a cup of milk and like a quarter cup of sugar. And then they like sprinkled in some
pie spice.
Some pie spice. Not even full pie spice, just like cinnamon. and then dolloped a little bit of eggnog in it. I'm like, what? Where's the eggnog flavor coming from? This is supposed to be a pumpkin pie.
You're so right.
Starbucks, get out of here. I don't even want to drink it. But this PSL from, I think it's a real latte. It's the short answer. All right. I have a rating.
You have a rating.
I have a
I am
rating.
ready
Do you have a
for your
rating?
rating. I do have a rating.
Okay, perfect. Do you have a rating? All right, let's get it. My rating. So when you drink this, it still tastes like coffee. The milk to coffee ratio is not overpowering. That's fine. We're going to just have to lean into it.
Yeah.
The milk to coffee ratio is not overpowering.
Yeah.
And it is really like well balanced. And then it brings in like a hint of pumpkin
Yeah.
to finish. And like there's a long flavor evolution. Like I'm still getting flavor and it's like 10 seconds later. I'm really here for that. I'm going to give it a pumpkin spice. I'm going to give it a 8.5
8.5.
pumpkins out of 10.
Nice.
8.5.
8.5 pumpkins. It's good.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm
This
actually-
drink takes advantage of my snob a little
Are you
bit.
gonna?
I see what you did there.
I did lean into it a little
Are you
bit.
gonna give your own a rating first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to give you mine? Or
I'll do mine.
Okay.
We'll just do circle.
Okay.
I actually land slightly lower than you, which I'm a little bit surprised at.
Really?
But mine's an 8 pumpkins out of 10.
8 pumpkins out of 10. I'm really here for this. I liked this a lot. I'm going to drink it all.
you weren't gonna drink everything all the way through, and then ruin everyone's life with
Tell me a little
whatever
bit
happens
about
after that.
your pumpkin
7.
spice.
There you go.
A 7?
7.
Why?
Yeah.
7 pumpkins out of
Just not. It was good.
Mhm.
No. It's kind of. I gave the Starbucks one a 6,
Uh-huh.
and that one was 1 point better tasting.
1 point better tasting for a 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What made it taste a little bit better? What about it? What characteristics?
it's sweeter.
It's sweeter?
No, sorry.
It's less sweet.
It is the same amount of sweet, but it's not as overpowering somehow. Like the Starbucks one just tasted like I was chewing on sugar.
So less sweet is what you're saying.
Yeah, but this one it was really sweet, but it had flavor. It wasn't just like.
It didn't feel like it was
Well,
just sugar.
It's
Okay,
probably a
that's
big
actually
difference of like whatever Starbucks uses as their base, like liquid sugar, whether it's dextrose or actual liquid sugar, like versus whatever Uncommon Ground uses.
Gross.
Well, whatever it was, this one was a little bit better.
Because like sugar is sugar, but things can be sweeter without
Yeah.
actually being so. Yeah.
I can't detect the sugar.
No, I'm
I
concerned.
think you know what? The suspense is starting to build. Those were some pretty good rankings. You can't go back to the PSL from Starbucks. You can't.
Oh dear.
You can't go back to it.
It's not good. It's
No,
not good
it
when you
really
have
just-
it against something else.
No, it really just isn't good.
What
I'm
are we
actually just going to
tasting
push mine
next?
in the middle. I feel like
We'll sip.
No, I drank mine as fast as I could, so it was gone.
Okay.
that felt pretty good for me. Where do you want to go next? Let's save the PCCB for last,
PCCB. Okay.
and because I want to honor Colton with a
PSCB.
second place position because he feels like he.
You
goes
guys are
last
gonna
and he's
place this
offended.
last, and
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
be upset.
No, well, I mean, I'm not gonna place it. I would never deliberately play something last to offend you. If it's trash, I'll be honest about it.
Indeed.
I mean, you know me.
Go get the ASMR. It tastes great because it's an ice cap, but if you told me that there was pumpkin in this, I would laugh
I
at
have
you.
this odd feeling that the majority of the flavor is literally right there.
Well, that's why I mixed the whipped cream in to help boost the.
Oh, it literally is the drizzle on the top. That's the.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's delicious. Don't get me wrong. It's an ice cap. Like, it's always going to be tasty.
I'm gonna mix mine up too. IMO though, this is not a pumpkin spice drink
How?
because it's a
Literally
drizzle.
added.
It's a drizzle on the top and an ice cap on the bottom.
I'll at you. What if I drink this from the bottom? Is it gonna taste like pumpkin spice?
Yes.
Nah, I can't even use that straw to test this.
It's not bad.
Just give it a 2. I'm giving it a 10. Write it down.
No, you can't.
Our own judgments don't count towards our own.
Well, we're
drinks, do
counting them. I think we should.
What?
I think your
Well,
opinion's
then
valid.
I can't give myself a 10. That's lame. Give it a 9 because I do actually genuinely like it a lot.
No,
Or I
it's-
wouldn't eat or drink one every day.
Okay. I'm gonna throw away my snobbery a little bit here, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the mix helps. It brings a little bit of that pumpkin spice syrup or whatever the drizzle is on the top, the caramel, into the equation, and it does give you a little hint of pumpkin if you sip from the cream.
Mm.
I'm a closet ice capper. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I like ice caps. Don't get me wrong, but they're not my favorite thing in the world. But I'm going to try and not let that bias me. I'm going to give it a 6.
A 6. Well done.
That could have been a lot worse, but it was very fair. IMO. You might think that I'm not fair, but that's okay.
Well, Lisa, I would just like to put in my recognition right now. I'm resigning from the podcast effective immediately.
Just
Slams
takes
door.
Takes the headset off. Done. I actually completely agree with that. I mean, ice caps are great. This is an okay variation of it. I think I remember them being way more pumpkin spiced when I was a teenager.
Right.
I feel like there's
And
a
here's the
small
thing,
chance
Colton.
that the reason that it's not super great this time is because I went in and ordered a bunch of stuff all at once. So they were probably just like,
Here's the thing, though, too. If you put a regular ice cap in front of me, I would probably give it like a 7.5 or right. This, like, I'm not an ice cap hater. This is just detracting a little bit for
Yeah,
me.
I think so too.
It's a no for me.
I'm also going to give it a 6.
6 pumpkins out of 10 pumpkins.
Yep.
so are you saying that my scores are a 6, a 6, and a 9?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have the best score. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true.
All right.
Shall we delve into the PSCB?
I'm ready. The PCCB, this is a staple of the Starbucks experience. You got cold brew coffee. They put in a huge dollop of cold foam on the top. And the cold foam is spiced.
So loud.
And so a lot of the solid stays up at the top, but the loose sort of the loose end of it will fall down and sort of season the coffee.
Right.
Which is really good. So I'm here for the pumpkin cream cold brew.
Eats the whole lid.
No, but the treat at the end is that a little bit of the foam gets stuck on the top, and you get to lick it out.
My belly's already starting to hurt
Probably
from the sweetness.
because you chugged 2 drinks in
Well, I didn't
about
realize
20
you
minutes.
your guys' plan was to just sip and then.
Well, we're gonna taste
Delete.
them.
Am I gonna have a fridge full of ice caps and stuff that I have to drink? Because I can't do that.
No, I'm gonna drink all my
Okay,
beverages, but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
they're
do
all
it right
getting
now.
on.
Thank you.
I have to hold my.
I'm thankful for that.
So I really like this.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is just exploding outside.
Shout out,
There
shout
has-
out Charlie Yamin, my class buddy, my clash buddy. Here's the reality. I'm going to give this a 9.5.
9.5.
I just love it.
Bias.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not a bias. No, it isn't.
I mean, it is. You like it.
Yeah, but you gave
I mean,
yours
I
a 9.
I genuinely
Yeah.
do it.
yeah.
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 I'm kidding.
Yeah, get off my back. You gave yours a 9, even though it's a trash drink. No, I'm not gonna be MU just to be MU. I honestly think that a normalized cap would be better. I do.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what this has over the regular Starbucks pumpkin spice latte is that because it's not latte and it's just the straight cold brew coffee plus. Do they add any sweeteners aside from the topping for them? I'm not really familiar how
There's
Starbucks does it.
in
In
the
the cream,
topping.
right? It's the nothing else, just black coffee plus the cold foam. Okay, and I think that helps balance things out a lot better than it does in the pumpkin spice latte because it's just full blown sweet.
Yeah.
But I think it also, on the flip side, detracts from the pumpkin flavor that the cream has because it is just black coffee plus pumpkin. It's still great. I think it's definitely, if you're going to get something from Starbucks, that's the drink I would get a million times over the actual PSL.
Because it's real coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as Starbucks is real coffee.
Yes. So I think for that, I don't know if I like it more than the Uncommon Grounds one, though. I think I'm going to give it a...
Oh, is that a bias?
It might... well, it is, but it's only marginally so. I think I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Yeah.
Pumpkins.
Oh, no, you got to do you. 7.5 pumpkins.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. Okay, so the issue is that I drank the ice cap and then this, so it detracts from the sweetness, obviously, because the black coffee's
That's right.
much less sweet than like an ice cap with a bunch of sugar added on top.
Yeah.
So the taste just doesn't come through quite as strong as if I were to just sip it straight up.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like fake BM and be like 0.1 tastes like dog water, but I think I'm gonna give it like I think a 7. Like it's not like my favorite, but it's definitely not a bad drink or anything like that. I also don't really like black coffee either, or pumpkin spice for that matter. So it's a mix of two things that
And
I
it's
don't
not
really
even-
like, but it's
like-
not bad.
It is black coffee, but then a ton of sweetness and flavor on the top side. So it's not black in
think-
the traditional sense. If anybody out there is listening and they're worried about a pumpkin cream cold brew being a black coffee, it starts out as normal cold brew, and then the cold foam is heavy. And if you're worried about it, ask them for a little extra cold foam on the top.
Yeah. So, like, the one thing I want to point out, and I know that, like, ratio-wise, everything is meant to be as you scale up, there's more cold foam to balance out the beverage. But, like, I've only drank about half of mine. This is a visual representation because you can see how much cold foam is still on the large versus how much is on the small. And it's like, I wish I had that much cold foam still.
Yeah.
Because that experience is going to be better.
Exactly. Yeah. Now this, I will say that you lose, like that's just a lot of solid right now.
I suppose.
You lose a lot of guts on the top there.
I'm just gonna throw this in the fridge. Oh yeah, sir.
I really feel like those are great scores. So
Yeah,
let's take a moment to thank this episode's sponsor, Lisa Caper in the Valley, who provided us with a phenomenal pumpkin spice infused Nanaimo bar, which was amazing. I've got the second half of my Nanaimo bar right here, which I'm going to have immediately after. So shout out, Lisa. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Shall we tally the score?
Yeah, just do some quick tabulations.
Matt won.
I don't think so. I think Drake won.
Nope, that's 95.
Big crazy. And it's not really about me winning. It's about the
Oh
pumpkin
no, I was
cream
just doing
cold
quick
brew.
math in my head, but I didn't remember what Drake got on his.
2 + 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Everyday man's on the block.
I'm getting more tired
Are you?
somehow.
Somehow?
Slamming all these coffees back is
Yeah.
really taking the energy out of me.
As we tabulate these scores, we'd like to thank you for being, if you've made it this far with us, this is 11 episodes. We didn't think we'd get past like 3. So if you've made it this far with us, thanks for listening. We know you're out there, and we appreciate you. We are going to take a week off next week for purposes of sustainability because you can't burn out. And we're going to just chill and have a low-key week. So there'll be lots to talk about in the following week for the premiere of Season 2, which is going to be phenomenal. And we're going to move into the winter stages of our Ice and Bean podcast. There might be less ice and more bean. Who knows?
No.
No, not
As long as I'm here, there's always ice.
No, you are the ice to our beans.
I am the ice man.
Yeah, exactly.
If
It
anyone-
wouldn't be. It would just be if we didn't have. If I can't have you, it would just be Bean Podcast, and that wouldn't be. It wouldn't be near as good.
Yeah.
So that's our format. Let's start with
Just
crisp third place.
Before we get into that,
Mhm.
just to end off on the new season stuff, I think we've got some cool things coming.
Oh yeah.
Got some new stuff, new ideas,
Mm-hmm.
potentially new voices, new places,
Some
all
guests.
that. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Potentially our first ever After Dark episode.
Oh, an after dark episode.
Oh yeah,
You
We
guys
can-
aren't ready for that.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that in the future
yeah,
once we figure out if and when we're going to do it.
yeah. And who will be able to listen to it because that's not going on YouTube.
New it is not.
No.
No.
All right. Reach out to me directly if you want to listen to the After Dark podcast.
Yeah, do that.
Well, the
You're
viewing
gonna
party
hear
for
some
you.
wild things come out of my mouth. I can promise you.
I think from all of us, let's be honest.
I think I am by far the most untamed.
In third place.
Me.
In third place, with a 7 pumpkins out of 10 average, we have the pumpkin spice ice cap. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
I foresaw this.
In second place.
In second place, with a total score of 7.8 pumpkins out of 10, we have the pumpkin spice latte from Uncommon Grounds.
I knew you won. Yeah.
Just narrowly taking the winning spot for
In
this
first
pumpkin
place.
spice extravaganza. We have the pumpkin spice cold brew from Starbucks with an 8.2.
You literally.
Point two.
You literally.
Point two.
Just said it's not about winning.
8 pumpkins out of
If
10.
you know me, you know it's about.
It's not
winning.
about winning unless you win, baby.
And then just for score's sake, the actual pumpkin spice latte scored a 6.5 out of 10 average.
Rip.
Should. Yeah, it's gross.
There we
But
go.
doable. Wow.
All right. Well,
This has been our first extravaganza, one of 4 annual extravaganzas.
For you.
감사합니다. I will say this. I'm excited for the premise of season 2. We're going to come back very strong with a major presence on all of the different places.
what is happening?
He tried his
Trying all of them
PSL.
at the same time.
Oh, stop. Oh, gross. Oh.
What if I just
Give it a
like?
shake,
What
give
if
it a
I
shake.
just like slapped you right in the stomach as hard as I could right now?
Don't ever do that again.
It tastes like Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that came through. Rough.
Yeah, we're going to be back season 2 in a new format with some spicy meatballs in the way.
Yeah.
You can look forward in another 10 or 11 episodes if you hang out with us that long for a candy cane extravaganza.
Oh, man.
I'm saying it now. The candy cane extravaganza is going to be it's
That'll-
going to take us to a whole new level.
That'll be far better than pumpkin spice extravaganza.
I think so. There
Yeah.
are many, many more opportunities.
Yeah.
Mochas.
I already know what drink I'm gonna get for that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Start planning
already
now.
know.
Start planning now. Don't
Yeah.
tell us. Don't tell the
No,
listeners.
no.
Anyway, guys, it's been a fantastic first season.
Yeah.
We love you. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell on YouTube so that you stay up to date on our latest episodes. We are coming back with a strong presence on Apple Music and Spotify with a new tech upgrade that we're getting. So you'll be able to find us on the majority of places where you get your podcasts for our season 2. We hope to see you there. And we will catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.
Have a great week off, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.